There's a celestial gateway that's opening up right now. What is it leading you to? Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card style reading. We are looking at celestial gateways that are opening up for you right now. This reading was inspired by a hypnosis session that I had with my friend and soul sister Michaela. I will leave her website in the description box below if you guys are interested in her services, hypnosis being one of them. And I was walked through this process of connecting to this celestial realm, and the Spirit showed me this celestial gateway, so I felt inspired to do a reading on this topic for you guys today. So there's 3 options to choose from. As you see here, we've got group number 1 with the archway that kind of looks like the opening to heaven's gates. Group number 2 is like this golden temple, and group number 3 is this sort of energetic portal or doorway. If you feel called to more than one, that's totally fine. Maybe messages, activation codes, or synchronicities within multiple readings for you. Take the messages that feel like they resonate and leave the rest. We'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. You guys chose this particular celestial gateway. Feels to me like angels, yeah, like the gates to heaven. That's just kind of what I'm getting from the image that you guys chose. So I'm interested to see what's going to come up today. Let's actually start with the Rumi deck. So I've pre-selected a couple of different decks based on their energetic signature and the messages that they may have in them. So you've got the Cloak of Christ. Wow. Big, strong, powerful start here in your reading. So this celestial gateway that's opening up for you, group number 1, it's to do with Christ consciousness. So Christ consciousness is unity. It is the awareness of everything being one and the capacity to embody that to a high degree as well. Okay, let's get some of these messages as well. Oh, I actually feel those 2, even though these ones are the ones that fell out, but this is like a huge chunk. And I had those 2 in my hand. So we're going to look at those from the White Light Oracle. Alabaster Tablet of Layla, number 41. So you've got 441. If we flip that, it would be 144, which is connected to the Christ consciousness DNA codes, like 144, 144,000 as well. So I'm going to have to cover that one up. Vulva of Cedar. Hold on. There we go. Just got to censor it for YouTube's benefit, but I use the golden healer quartz, so this definitely feels like there's some kind of magical healing that this celestial portal is opening up for you in a big way. Okay. Oh, yeah, I feel that one. Mastery. Okay, look at that. I mean, this is the Sacred Portals deck, this particular one. But look at that one. That's like the entranceway to the castle. The gates are opening up for you, and you're moving across the drawbridge, number 22. Also equals 4. So you've got a lot of 4 energy here. 2s, 3s, and 4s. Yeah, and a 1 there. So it feels like there's progression, there's mastery that's happening. This celestial gateway that's opening up for you is because you've mastered something. It's connected to the ascended masters. It's connected to the celestial angelic realm, and it's connected to your soul and its ascension process. Okay, they actually want me to read these ones out from the book, and then we'll get some more cards. Okay, so the first one we have is the Vulva of Cedar, or however you pronounce that. So it says, your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life and our world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your inner energies toward what you wish to manifest. Do not try to control what is happening. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear so that you may contribute constructively towards shaping the outcome for the greatest good. So I love that they're talking about healing here, and I chose the golden healer quartz to cover up this card, so it just feels really healing oriented. The message here is healing oriented. You're gaining some kind of mastery that's helping you to not only heal yourself, group number 1, but also to heal others. And I think that that's a big part of this, as they were saying. It's like your contribution to the world and what you're manifesting is so much bigger than just your own desires or wish for healing. This is going to positively, constructively shape the outcome for the greatest good. That's what I'm seeing, which is very much that sort of Christed archetypal path or journey. So let's also look at Alabaster Tablet of Layla. Okay, so the Alabaster Tablet of Layla says you are remembering at soul level. You are tapping into greater awareness, and an understanding of your highest life purpose shall become even clearer to you. This may evoke unsettling change within you, but that change is necessary for a new way to manifest. You are protected and guided at all times, especially when you feel uncertain about your course. You are truly loved. So I'm feeling like this one's talking a lot about manifestation as well. So both of these, I feel like this is mastery of some level of manifestation in your life, and how your consciousness and the vibrational state that you're operating at influences not only the healing, but your ability to manifest your reality as you're kind of expanding out. So I do feel like you're in for this period of transition right now, because you're just about to cross the bridge, group number 1, or perhaps you just did, and there's some changes that are going to be coming from that. So let's get some information from this particular deck. Okay, those two. Inner beauty. I open the eyes of my heart and direct my gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. Okay. Joy. Like a child, I discover joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. So it looks like you are, through this celestial gateway, manifesting more joy into your life through this inner beauty, through the recognizing of yourself in another. So it's like being able to see the light within yourself is really having a positive influence on the people that you're drawing into your life. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing you being very magnetic, group number 1, and drawing in the people who are in need of your consciousness, of your healing, of your level of mastery of self. I'm seeing people being brought a lot of joy through what it is that you're doing. And you may actually be creating art or creating something that is beautiful, that is bringing joy to yourself and others. Vitality. I am a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body, and every one of my cells regenerates. So this is talking, like I said, a lot about healing here, group number 1. So this celestial gateway is opening up for you to embark into the realms of healing within yourself, unlocking higher consciousness activations through this Christed energy, this unified consciousness, mastering some level of your spiritual embodiment. And through that, you are manifesting healing. I just keep getting that message so clearly, group number 1, manifesting healing. So if you've had any issues with your physical body, with your mind, with your possibly even relationships or your creative flow, I feel like these things are going to be addressed. Now, there's something about transitions that they keep bringing me back to, something about this transition and the healing process being a little bit uncomfortable, but I feel that if you can choose joy and seeing the beauty in this process, this is what is going to lead you to mastery. Also knowing that you're very protected through this. They're making that message very, very clear to me. You're very protected. Inner strength. Okay, yeah. So this is what I was just kind of feeling into, was that it's like this change or this transition point where the healing occurs. It does require some inner strength. So it says, nothing moves me from my path to the light because I have complete confidence in myself. I realize my innate qualities and abilities and know that with God, I can do anything. All the power I need is within me. So this is very much about you tapping into your inner strength. That's what's increasing your vitality, your joy, your appreciation of beauty in life. You're creating your reality a lot more powerfully, group number 1. And I think you've probably been working at this for a while. You've been building, because that's what the number 4s to me are about. It's like protection, angelic and celestial support, but it's also about stability and structure that you've been working to build. It's like the foundation that helps you to build and grow and expand your consciousness in a stable way. Unconditional love. My heart is free from resentment towards others. I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I am aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people. I see the pure child in everyone and practice forgiveness. So if this is something that you're doing for yourself, right? If you are practicing forgiving yourself and reconnecting to your inner child, could be some inner child happening in this celestial portal as well. It's like God, source consciousness, the angels, all of these light beings are helping you to see the beauty in yourself. And in doing so, it's replenishing, revitalizing your vital force energy. It's creating an expansion of your soul is what they're showing me clairvoyantly. You're definitely expanding and ascending energetically. So the frequency is raising, that inner strength is becoming more available to you, but I also just heard the word volatile. So there's maybe parts of yourself that have been volatile in the past. Could be those inner children that, like a child. That's why I'm saying like a child. And then this one was talking about children as well. I see the pure child in everyone. So it's like looking at that inner child and being able to address the parts of it that are feeling maybe more volatile, more insecure, or more unstable. Basically just emotionally dysregulated or stuck in an old pattern. And I think that what you're doing here is helping you to heal that process. And the angels are definitely supporting you in that. The voice of the heart, I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path to light. So you are most certainly on the path to light, group number 1. This is very, very clear. It's definitely through the heart chakra. I'm seeing that in a lot of these, but I'm really seeing mastery of all the energy centers from root to crown. This one specifically is talking about the heart and the throat chakra, and I'm also seeing the high heart. So the high heart is kind of in between those two. It's like at the base of your throat. And I just heard thymus gland, so it could have to do with that as well. But it's like you being able to follow your intuition and where this path is guiding you, because I do feel like this path is guiding you in a very sacred direction. Harmony. I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God, thus I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. So there's some transmutation that's happening in the Celestial Gateway, group number 1. And you being able to see this about yourself is where this power is coming from, this inner strength, this deep connection to your own pure vitality and capacity to heal. So I see a lot of this coming up to the surface and allowing you to master this. And it's not like you need to battle yourself. Like this guy here, he's got a knife in his hand. He feels like he's defending the castle, but you don't need to defend against yourself. This is really actually about seeing the beauty in you and being able to face some of those more volatile parts and see the sacredness in everything that's within you. And it's like doing a little bit of shadow work I'm seeing here, group number 1, but this is leading you home to yourself. It's allowing you to really dispel a lot of that fear around what you may have experienced in the past, or these different past versions of you that are holding on to those templates. And you're instead cultivating this really confident security within yourself that you can and you will do anything because you have Christ consciousness. So it's like this ability to manifest and create your reality because you are taking ownership of your soul's journey, mastering your thoughts, your emotions, and your intention. And the more pure that becomes from a place of joy and appreciation and inner beauty and unconditional love, the more harmonious the outcome is going to be. So you're going to see things mirrored back to you really clearly. You're going to get that physical result a lot faster than you did in the past, because this is a whole new level of mastery. And this gateway, this celestial gateway, not only is providing you with a lot of additional support, but it's also accessing or giving you access to this more powerful, more expanded version of yourself. So this is like you being able to channel more of your Christ consciousness, your unified soul monad, your higher self, if you want to call it that. That's what's allowing for the increased manifestation and healing. I'm also hearing miraculous healing. So again, this is like healing that in human terms might not be possible or might take decades, and instead it's happening in weeks or months or years, or who knows? I mean, theoretically it could happen in days or minutes. I mean, when we're looking at the energy of Christ, The examples we physically have are Jesus Christ and his miracle healing abilities. He would touch people and they would be healed. People would touch him and they would be healed. And it was through the power of faith. It was through the power of belief. And it was also because he was channeling this higher dimensional energy. He was embodying that. He was not separated from it. He was fully in it. And this was this vitality that could be expressed into his outer reality and positively impact the people around him. So group number 1, I really feel like you have this divine gift within you to be able to heal. I mean, technically speaking, every single human has this if they are connected to source, if they have embodied this level of mastery. And it does take mastery to really not allow fear and doubt and insecurity and pain and suffering and even physical illness to manipulate the way that you see reality. If you can move out of the distortions of separation and understand that everything outside of you is within you, then you can physically change the reality that you're experiencing. Now, it's not necessarily as cut and dry as that. There's a lot of nuance to it, and there's a lot of sort of backlog stuff that we need to deal with before we can get to that point of being able to do instant manifestation. But it is a possibility, and it's a probability for you on this particular timeline when you're moving into this celestial gateway, because this energy is available to you. You're going to be working with some very high-level support team. I just got that message as well. I was mentioning Ascended Masters before, but they just gave me a little more information on that. They showed me that there's going to be some Ascended Masters specifically assigned to you that you've chosen to work with at soul level. So it's like you kind of set this up pre-incarnation group 1, and that's going to be different for each one of you. But for some of you, that may be Jesus Christ. You may be working with the energy of Yeshua. You may be working with other Ascended Masters, saints, Augustus. I just heard Augustus. I don't know any. Is there a Saint Augustus? I don't know. But there could be. It could be from any culture, any religion, any belief system. It's just these souls that have walked the earth and they lived very human lives with the intention of ascending, with the intention of becoming more of their soul within those lifetimes. And then they achieved that. So you're able to work with them because they're basically mentoring you in how to do that while you're here as well. It feels like you've signed up for this group 1. This is part of your journey, and it's connecting you back to your whole self and removing any of the human layers of the ego connected to resentment, pain, fear, emotional or physical distress, lack of vitality, lack of energy. I keep getting like if you have something going on in the body, if you have like a chronic illness, a physical injury, a mental disorder, anything like that, this is what you're learning to master. And it's through this inner strength and through this vitality that you're cultivating as you put on this cloak of Christ. This celestial gateway is so mega powerful, group number 1. I can't believe it. Like, this is going to be an amazing time in your life. You're going to see things so much more clearly. You're going to see through the eyes of God, is what they just said. You're going to see through the eyes of God, and you're going to return to this childlike nature that is untouched by the pain and suffering of the world. It's this purity that they're showing me. And it's not just instantaneous that happens. It's through this inner building, inner strength, inner addressing of these other things. But you're being so protected and so guided through this. And your soul knows the way, is what they just said. Your soul knows the way. So allow your intuition to guide you. If ever you feel like you're getting off course, just remember that you're not, that you are intricately supported, guided from within and externally, right? But everything that's outside is within. And so you have a lot of team support here, master level team support. So if you need it, ask for it and it will be given. That's really, help is always given at Hogwarts to those who ask for it. The help is always given on earth to those who ask for it. So make sure that you ask. All right, I think that's everything, group 1. Let me see if there's any final closing messages from Spirit for you in regard to this celestial gateway. They did just give me a message about divine timing. So there's something about divine timing that's harmonizing for you right now. I think this is to do with the idea of instant manifestation. Like if you can get the timing right, then the effects are instant. But it's like sometimes we expect that instantaneous result or instant gratification when in reality there's a lot of sort of base level work we need to do first before we can get to that breakthrough where we start to see things really mirrored back to us in a positive way. But don't think that any of that back end work is for nothing, because you do and you will see those breakthrough moments. And I think that this celestial gateway is going to be one of them. Yeah, so that's what I see for you, group number 1. I hope this reading was helpful and healing and supportive for you on your personal journey. Thank you so much for being here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed the reading. Subscribe to my channel for more readings to come, and become a member if you want to deep dive into even more personalized pick a card readings. It's a smaller community on that side of the channel, and so the readings can be even more in-depth, esoteric, and activating. If you guys are interested, hit the join button down below underneath this video. You should see it there, and there's 2 categories you can choose from: Soul Tribe and Soul Family, with different tiers of benefits. And if you guys are interested in learning to read tarot or unlocking your spiritual abilities, walking this path in a more aligned way, I have classes and courses available. Tarot 201 is coming up at the end of January, and Unlocking the Magic Within is beginning in February. I've had a couple of people inquire about payment options for the Unlocking the Magic Within course. I'm trying to find a way to get payment plan options available, but for whatever reason, the website that I'm working with here in Canada doesn't have any deferred payment or payment plan options. So I'm going to keep trying, and I'll send out an email update about that. So if you guys are interested in staying up to date, you can hit the contact page on my website and subscribe to my email list. I don't spam. I maybe do 1 or 2 emails a month, if that. So if you guys are interested, all the info is in the description box below. I love you guys so much, and we will see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 2, welcome to your reading. You guys chose this particular image, and this one was actually inspired because I keep seeing that image. They showed that to me in the hypnosis that I mentioned in the intro to these readings, and they've been showing me those types of structures. It's like this domed building, and it's like this bright yellow gold. And I still am not 100% sure on what it means, but there's some kind of like, it's something connected to like a celestial kingdom, kingdom of heaven. It feels like that. So I'm very interested to see what comes up in your reading today. Group number 2, I almost called you group 1. Group number 2. So we're going to start with the Rumi deck. The all-encompassing hand. Ooh, okay. I like this is sort of like a goldy type color. Although I'm a bit colorblind. For those of you who are not new to the channel, you guys have probably heard me say that before. I am color deficient. Okay. So the all-encompassing hand, I actually feel that card. Getting 2 cards here from the White Light Oracle. Seraph of 963 hertz. So that could be a healing frequency that this celestial gateway is opening up for you. Anapausis. I'm going to have to... I need to cover this one up. There we go. So I used some kyanite. That may be significant here as well. Kyanite is one of the most psychic, healing, clearing, protective crystals that you can work with, especially if you're doing any psychic work. It's really good for psychic protection, so there could be something to do with that here as well. Frequencies and using hertz, like the solfeggio scale frequencies, are also very protective, very healing, nourishing. So I'm interested to see how this is all going to play out, but let's get some information from the Sacred Portal stack. I think this one's called. Adventure. Okay. I actually feel like I need to get one more from this deck. Okay. Birth, okay. So group 2, we're going to get some more information here, but I want to look at what these are talking about. All right, so number 21, Seraph of 963 Hertz. Practice connecting to the joy that is always deep within you. Pay attention to what brings you exquisite delight. If you don't know what that is, you are guided to experiment and explore. Connecting to the joyful capacity of your heart will heal so much negativity and uncertainty. Let your heart relax. Allow the spiritual grace that wishes to reorder your life to manifest its miraculous magic. Interesting that it's talking about like experimenting and exploring, which is really what adventure is all about. Feels like you are spiritual grace that wishes to reorder your life to manifest its miraculous magic. I think that's what's going on here with the birth. But let's take a look at anapausis. Do not give up, but allow your heart to disengage from your struggles. Give yourself much needed rest. You are in a phase of recovery. If you have been off your path, you are going to come back strong. You will regain your spark of passion, inspiration, and devotion. A certain order of events needs to take place for your soul path to come to fruition. Commit yourself to your sacred journey, trusting that the right thing will happen at the right time. So this is talking about divine timing, coming out of a period of struggle. This one was talking a little bit about periods of struggle as well, and kind of countering that with adventure and healing and connecting to your joy. So I absolutely love that. Now let's get some additional information here. Attention. I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. My love for others is unconditional. I forgive. My desire to improve is constant. I am firm, brave, and hardworking. So they're talking a lot here in your reading group number 2 about dispelling negativity, overcoming suffering, getting out of old patterns that may have kept you feeling stuck. They may have even felt like that there was an all-encompassing hand that was preventing you from seeing the light or being more positive or choosing love and hope or having faith or taking steps to rebirth yourself and free yourself and do new things and try new things. It may have felt like you were being constricted or held down or held back. But I'm seeing that this celestial gateway is opening up for you to, first of all, I think that's where the psychic protection comes in. It's like if there was this all-encompassing hand that you felt was really holding you back, I see you mastering mental acuity and psychic protection as a form of mental discipline. So using any of these tools like frequencies or crystals to be able to protect your mind is going to be helpful, and it's going to help you to combat those negative thoughts and create a much more aligned reality, because your reality is a product of your thoughts, not just your conscious thoughts, but also your subconscious ones. So this is why it takes a lot of deep diving and investigation to be able to uncover some of the things that are residual or below the surface or underneath. The calm. I breathe, live, and grow the light within me. I do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts. All fears dissipate and I find peace in my being. They're talking a lot about calm here, calming your mind, focusing, attention, and then it says focus on the present moment. Yeah, so being able to be calm and focused in the moment is going to be your greatest weapon, group number 2. That's what's going to help you to get clear on your path. It's going to help you to trust your thoughts and your intuition. It's going to help you to go through this little bit of an uncomfortable rebirth process. It's scary to change, right? But I see you guys taking this opportunity that the Celestial Gateway is opening for you to create some changes in your life, in the way that you think and in what you believe is possible, allowing these doubts and fears and negative thought forms and things from the past that felt like they were holding you back. I keep getting that message of something holding you back. I do feel those two as well. Joy. Like a child, I discover joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. So joy is going to be your source of light, group number 2, and it's going to help you remain calm. It's going to help to heal you. It's going to help you to dispel any of those negative thoughts or patterns of negative thinking. And it's going to loosen the grip of whatever person or idea or mental construct has been keeping you in its grip. So the more you connect to your own joy, the more you focus your attention on that, you build your light force, is what they're showing me. You literally build your light force, and that is protection in and of itself. The more joy that you embody, the stronger your defenses are. They keep showing me defenses. It's like you need to defend yourself against these negative thoughts, negative perceptions, ways of thinking, constructs of the mind. It's giving me like Eight of Swords energy. You know, the Eight of Swords in the tarot is like a mental limitation that we've placed on ourselves, or that we've internalized from other people, or maybe that's even being downright imposed upon us. But it's really, at the end of the day, just a mental limitation. That it's not actually a physical limitation. And if we can change the way we think about it, then we change the reality. Inner beauty. I open the eyes of my heart and direct my gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. So I think this is really talking a lot about seeing the light, seeing the beauty, seeing the love, choosing to really operate from that unconditional level. And it's hard work to do that. Okay, like I will be the first to admit that it is hard work to bypass the layers of the ego that come from doubt and fear and inner criticism and even judgment of other people, or resentment, or pain, or anything like that. Anything that really takes us away from ourselves, away from our own joy and our own inner light. It's hard to maintain that. It's hard to embody that consistently, but this is kind of what they're recommending here, and it's a brave act in itself. And in that bravery, in that courage to face your own negative thoughts, to have the time to just sit with your mind. I know, like, I'll give you guys examples. In my journey, sometimes I really don't want to sit still because my mind has a lot of stuff that comes up. Some of it's not even mine. Some of it is mine, but I need to deal with it because it's been locked in the closet forever, you know? It's like there's stuff there that's uncomfortable to look at. And whether it's coming from within or from the outside, really, it's kind of the same thing at the end of the day because it's all one, but it can be uncomfortable to like stop and sit with that and look at it. And I'm seeing part of that being important here, like sitting with your thoughts. And I'm also seeing another expression of it. It's like when you can address those thoughts, those beliefs, and choose something different, it's like you're setting yourself free. You're setting yourself free. You're birthing an entirely new life for yourself, group number 2. A new opening. Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're talking about here, this celestial gateway. It is a new opening for you, and it's not the same as the reality that you were living in before. It is a different reality. It's a different dimensional space to be in. It's a different state of consciousness. Because as you shift your consciousness, your reality reflects that. Your dimensional existence is bound by the construct of your consciousness. So as your frequency changes, as your awareness expands, your consciousness expands and your frequency increases. And as that happens, your dimensions shift. Like you literally shift dimensions when that happens. Even though the outside world looks the same or relatively similar, it's not. It's a completely different world. And this is the new opening they're talking about. So it says, when one door closes, I am confident another will open, and it will be for my betterment. I accept that life brings challenges and acknowledge the opportunity and learning they present to me. Serenity comes from within. So this is talking a lot about inner peace to be able to overcome any internal or external challenges, or I just heard stop gaps. It's like anytime that you try to make progress forward, if you come up against a brick wall or you feel like there's something holding you back, this is a test, group number 2. You're not doing anything wrong. Spirit wants you to know that this celestial gateway is opening because you've been able to face those things. Now, they are continuing to recommend psychically to me that you do psychic protection for yourself. They are prescribing, if we want to look at it that way, prescribing kyanite. So get yourself a little piece of kyanite from your local jewelry shop or crystal cave or whatever you can get your hands on, because the kyanite's going to help you to protect your psychic self. You know, it's like it puts a layer of protection around your auric field. You can also use something called the 12D shield, which you can find the video on YouTube for free. You just type in 12D shield, it should come up. And that's a visualization technique that activates protection for you. So I'm seeing that being recommended here as well, because it does feel like, as you're going through this birth process, through this new opening, through this gateway, it's a little vulnerable. And there have been forces, I won't go into detail on that, but there have been forces influencing negatively the progress here. Now, that doesn't mean that they've stopped your progress or halted it or thrown it off track. Actually, quite the opposite. It's kind of been involved in your process of evolution, and it's actually helped to spur that on, even though it felt really unenjoyable in the moment. But it's actually for your own growth. Yeah, transformation. It's for your transformation. I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Life ensures I'm presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. Exactly what I was just talking about. I am aware of my progress and open my wings to the light. So you are making progress, group number 2. It's very, very clear. I see it psychically. Your guides are showing me that. And they're really affirming that with these cards, right? They're just confirming exactly what I was just saying. Anything that has been holding you back was for your benefit. It was actually helping you, ironically, because it was teaching you how to master some of these more human level distortions, like negative thoughts and beliefs, patterns of suffering, disconnection from the self, not seeing your true power and your freedom. But you're in a like a birth portal right now where you are transforming, and this new opening is really unlocking a whole new life. I just keep seeing that it's like a whole new dimension, whole new state of consciousness. Everything you've been through has been helping you to evolve and grow, and then as a result you have more adventure. Faith. I am confident I will achieve my goals. I live in the present and have faith in the future. I firmly believe in my value within the universe. Group 2. You are valuable beyond what you realize. You're valuable beyond anything that you could possibly imagine. And your faith is one of the most protective things as well. So the things that protect you, other than kyanite and other than 12D shield, really are your willingness to continue, which is an act of faith in and of itself, your ability to create more joy in your life through choice and intention, your attention in general, like where you direct it and how calm you're able to create your mind and your reality to be, and your ability to see through the eyes of love, appreciating things, seeing the beauty in anything, which is sometimes hard to do when we're faced with something ugly. It's hard to see the beauty in it, but it is possible. So I really feel, group number 2, that this is a mega powerful celestial gateway that's opening for you, because it's unlocking a whole new level of soul evolution. Yeah, this card really wanted to be here. Acceptance. I accept every step that life presents me without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus, I advance in freedom on the path of light. Yeah, so they're talking a lot about spiritual evolution, growth, these lessons that you're going through, which may have been difficult. You also have one step at a time. I see the mountain ahead and dedicate myself to taking one small step at a time. I make progress by staying focused on the present moment, the current task. Thus, I regain my ease of living. So they're talking a lot about focus, attention, faith, sense of purpose and direction, like seeing that things are challenging and being able to accept that, and with faith, see the optimistic expansion that you're moving into. It's like there's a reason for this, okay? So it's not purposeless. It's not like you're just suffering for suffering's sake, or you're being challenged because life sucks, or because you're doing something wrong. Spirit has called you to this reading today, group number 2, to affirm to you and to show you point blank that this is all part of the journey. There is a reason for every single thing that you've been through, whether it's coming from inside your own mind or being projected back at you from your outside reality. All of it is actually helping you to transform yourself. It's catalyst for growth. It's catalyst for evolution. It's testing your faith big time. I see that. It's testing your ability to accept things. It's testing your ability to choose joy. It's testing your ability to see the beauty in life and where you want to focus your attention. But really, there's nothing that controls you but you. You are the God creator. You are sovereign. You are free. And when you are able to embody that, which I believe that you are, or you will be very soon, you will see yourself birthing out of this birth canal, as uncomfortable as it may be, into this new life where you are free. I just feel freedom really strongly. Freedom. And that celestial kingdom is where anything is possible. It lives within you. It's not something outside of you. It's not some heaven realm that's in the sky. It is in you. It's in your heart. It's in your soul. It's part of who you are. It's a construct in your blueprint, is what they just said. And you can access it with awareness, calm, focused intention, using your spiritual tools to your benefit, which, yes, we're talking about frequency and kyanite and intention and focus, but it's also just faith. Like faith and unconditional love, that's your sword and shield right there. Seriously. And that will get you where you need to go. This adventure is going to be beautiful. This whole life is an adventure, group number 2, but the outcome of this, like how you're expanding and the next stage of your life after you go through this birth process, really going to be beautiful. I'm feeling called to ask when that may be. They took me to the number 20 here on the all-encompassing hand. So the number 20 may be significant. This could be 20 days, 20 months, 20 years. You could be 20 years old. This could have been catalyzed around the age of 20. There's so many ways I could try to interpret that. And I don't think Spirit's going to give me very specific information because I was guided to ask, but they just keep showing me the 20. Okay. They also just showed me 20/20, like clear vision, having clear vision, being able to see the way forward, and then choosing to go for it. There actually could be a 20-day countdown to something because I did get that 20 days and I just looked up at the time and it was 20 minutes. Holy crap. It was like 20 minutes on the dot when I happened to look up. So that's confirmation. Okay, so there could be something that's happening within 20 days. It's like a countdown is what they're showing me. Yeah, there's something happening in the next 20 days, group number 1. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you happen to watch it, whenever this showed up on your feed, whenever you clicked it, it's the 20 days next coming up. It's leading to freedom. So you're probably going to be tested in the next 20 days, group 1, group 2. I keep saying group 1, so maybe there's messages there if you felt called. Use your intuition. But there's something about the next 20 days that's going to be significant for you, and this could be what's leading to the new opening and the transformation. So have faith over the next 20 days. That's what I want to say. Have faith. Accept your circumstances, even if they're hard. Remain calm. Remain calm. Keep calm. Carry on, choose where you want to focus your attention. Choose what thoughts you're thinking. Make sure that they're coming from a place of joy, beauty, love, faith. You're going to see really positive results at soul level and physically in your reality after that 20-day period, because it does feel like it's counting down to something. And then once it hits like that 0, once the 20 days are done, there's an adventure. This portal opens up for you, this celestial gateway, and you're able to move into this other dimension. That's really what I'm seeing. And it's beautiful. And there's going to be a lot of healing and celebration. It's almost like a graduation of sorts. That's what it feels like anyway. So that's what I see for you, group number 2. I hope this reading was helpful, healing, supportive, reassuring in any way, shape, or form for you on your journey. It's always my highest intention. Thank you for being here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed the reading. Subscribe to my channel for more readings to come. And if you guys even want to dive deeper for more in-depth personalized style readings, we have a member side of the channel. There's 2 tiers available, and it gives you ad-free access to members-only pick-a-card readings and monthly live streams with me. So that's always a good option if you want additional information, resources, tools, activations, things like that. And if you guys are wanting to learn to read tarot or to expand your psychic abilities, I am a spiritual teacher and mentor, so I have courses available through the link in the description box below. It's tarotandbeyond.com is my website. You can check out the classes. I have Tarot 201 coming up in January, the end of January, and then Unlocking the Magic Within is happening in February. So there's options there. If you have questions, you can email me or get on my subscriber email list through the contact page. Lots of love to you guys. Thank you for being here. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 3, welcome to your reading. You guys chose this particular energy portal. Yours looks a little different than the other two. So the first two were kind of like these angelic, more celestial type energies or type gateways. And here you guys have this very energetic, sort of cosmic looking portal. It almost looks quantum to me. So there may be something to do with like a quantum gateway that's opening up for you right now to shift realities. Yeah, they keep giving me cosmic energy. So let's take a look at your cards. We're going to start with the Rumi Oracle. Thank you to the donors who sent these decks in. Most of the decks, actually all of the decks we're using today were sent in by donation from my Amazon wishlist. Layla. Okay. They said get one more from this deck. Actually, I didn't do that for any of the other readings. Blood Angel. I just noticed 34. The card Layla is number 34, and 4 and 3 makes 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, just got to double check my work there. I'm not very good at math. And then you've got the 7 here with Blood Angel, so it's 7, 7. And let's get some White Light Oracle cards as well. Group number 3. What is this celestial gateway that's opening for group 3? I feel this card here. 22, Ein Sof Or. We'll read these out of the book to get these specific messages that's meant, the message that's meant for you, group 3. And 7 blessings of Eve. You see the number 7. I knew they always draw my attention to something for a reason. So 777. I actually want to put these like this because then it's sequentially 777 and then it goes into 22. But there's something about the number 7 that's significant. You may have seen a lot of 7s recently. 7s are about spiritual alignment. They're also about rest. I actually happen to be in a 7-month right now, numerologically for myself, and a 7-day. Actually, my 7-day was yesterday. Today's an 8-day. Never mind. But okay, we've got birth. Group number 2 just had this, and I saw 222 on the recording time. So 2s and 7s are important. You could be 27 years old, or the number 2, 7 could be born on a 2 and a 7. There's something about 2s and 7s here. Yeah, 2, presence. 2s and 7s, 2s and 7s. Okay. So before we get more oracle cards, let's take a look at these. So 7 blessings of Eve. I'm really curious to find out. There it is. A spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full glorious manifestation. You've been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. You have natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. Okay, and then 22. A way through the struggle has already been created for you, and you are being led onto that path. Your authentic soul may include recognition and acclaim, notable success and admiration. Be grateful, but do not be bedazzled or distracted by such experiences. Focus on what connects you to your heart and grounds you in the simplicity of spiritual truth, which is the practice of love, kindness, and peace. This will allow for successful progress in the material world without disturbing the sanctity of your soul. So these 7s remind me of like hitting the lottery, right? 777, it's like the jackpot. It's also about good luck, alignment, spiritual purpose, and duty. Yeah, your spiritual path. They were talking about that. And both of these were saying that you have a far wider reach than you think you do, group number 3. So there's something here. It's like to do with your presence. You were born for this. There's something that you are meant to be doing. Now they're drawing me to the Layla card, and they're reminding me that at the beginning I was getting very celestial energy from you guys, and we're seeing here this galaxy or portal sort of spinning there in the card. So I feel like you guys are star seeds. I just got Andromeda Galaxy. Yeah, they showed me Andromeda, which is our neighboring galaxy. Beings from Andromeda are here on a spiritual mission. They are actually in soul realignment. We quantify them, or we call them mission realmers, for the purpose of the fact that Andromeda is a huge galaxy and there's lots of beings that kind of come from there. But You're on a mission. You have a destiny, group number 3, that's very important. It's kind of like you came through an energetic portal to be here, and you signed up for a very specific bloodline is what they're showing me. They showed me the blood angel and the 7 blessings of Eve. It's something to do with like the founding race is what they just said. Something about a founding race. So there's lots of codes coming through. The bloodline of Eve, like one of the original human bloodlines, you could have incarnated into those even though you're a starseed from a different galaxy or from a different star system. It doesn't have to be Andromeda, but that did come through. So your birth is very important. Your bloodline, your like the birth of humanity is part of this as well. And your presence, for whatever reason, being here on this planet is part of a much larger plan. And I think that's why they mentioned in Ein Sofar that you're supposed to be public, or you're supposed to be in a position of leadership or governance or visibility in some way, because you are meant to positively affect a lot of other people in the human collective consciousness. You hold codes within your blood is what they just told me. So this is like DNA codes that they're talking about here. It's connected to the Andromeda galaxy. They keep bringing me back to that. Wow, this is really cool. All right, we have choice. I choose serenity, light, and positive energy. No matter what I go through, I choose happiness. I rise above fear and direct my thoughts to God. They were talking about that over, I think in this card, with overcoming challenges. So choosing positivity, choosing serenity, choosing to stay in the light. This is a big part of your spiritual purpose here, group number 3. It's really important that you don't let fear win or direct your thoughts, because that fear will keep you in a lower timeline. It will actually block some of your blood potential is what they're showing me. But it's not permanent. All you need to do is bring awareness to that fear and not choose it. Anytime it crops up, anytime it tries to overpower you, you choose not to get engaged with that fear. And this is how you're blessing yourself and staying in spiritual alignment. This is like the highest possible timeline that they're showing me for you. Highest possible timeline. You have a lot of spiritual responsibility, group 3. Faithfulness. I commit to my mind, heart, and will. I am devoted to the needs of my soul. I trust in myself, in God, and the universe. You've made a choice to be here, group number 3. Like, you signed up to be here. You volunteered is what they said, and that's very mission realmer. A lot of star seeds in general. Yeah. So those of you who are in this group, this celestial portal is to do with reconnection to your lineage. I'm seeing that. It's like your star lineage, and the bloodline lineage that you chose to incarnate into was there for a reason, because it has codes that are connected to Eve. They have codes within you connected to your birth line. They keep bringing me back to that. They keep saying it over and over. The divine fruit. Interesting. Eve bit the apple, and we're talking about divine fruit here. Okay, let's see what this card says. As I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. My intellect is light, my heart is warmth, and my soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. This is why you're here, group 3. You're meant to bear spiritual fruit. This could be literal, like having children, birth. I mean, we do have birth here, but this could be more esoteric and metaphysical, since I was getting that from the very beginning, just with the image you chose. It's like this could be something that you are birthing into this reality in terms of consciousness, seeds of consciousness that you are laying here on the planet that will become fertile ground within this bloodline or within this dimension or this earth plane, that your presence is seeding here. It's like you hold these codes within your soul, very advanced codes, and choosing to come to earth was an act of faith to be able to spread this seed of your soul's blueprint, the energy that you embody, to make it accessible for other people so that the individuals here could evolve into their spiritual dominion. I just heard spiritual dominion. Freedom. Yeah, dominion, spiritual freedom. That's really what this is about. I realize my wounds create doubt, resentment, and guilt, so I work to free myself of darkness. I cast off negative thoughts, find peace in my heart, and discover the being of light within me. So this is you rediscovering your light being essence, the codes within your soul. I just heard Akashic reading. Some of you may be Akashic readers, or you may be called to get an Akashic reading. Something about this unlocking the light within you and allowing you to remove some of the human templates that you signed up for. So there's like oppression templates that I'm seeing. They're connected to the original Eve story. It's an archetype. It's not just what it says in the Bible. It's an archetype of oppression. And you could see that in your bloodline as well, group number 3. So something about this celestial portal or this gateway that's opening for you is showing you these things. It's giving you access to this knowledge. That's really what this is all about. And it's through that you're able to improve and strengthen your own foundations, commit to this path, and unlock a lot of the things that were hidden from you. It's like there was negative energy that was sort of masking or hiding or distorting some of this light that you hold in your soul's blueprint, and that it needs to be expressed through the DNA. But to do so, it's kind of like you need to free your mind and soul from those patterns. Success. It will be successful. You are here to be successful as well in business, in your career, in what it is that you're doing as your spiritual purpose or service for the collective. Whatever form or shape it takes, it's going to be successful because you have a higher mission, and you're going to be impacting people positively all around who have been infected with this disease of the mind, which is to do with oppression and like I just heard original sin. It's almost like you're like a walking karmic clearer, group number 3. So as you shift yourself and you embody those codes, I did just hear Lyra as well, so there may be some Lyrans here too, or it could be connected to the Lyra star system. Lyran star seeds. Okay, this is very galactic, very cosmic soul mission that you're on here. And you're healing the like infected roots within the collective mind. And you're planting new seeds. I'm seeing in the scene in Fern Gully if you guys have never seen that movie, it's such an awesome movie. I loved it being a 90s kid. But it's about like this fairy realm called Fern Gully. And all the fairies there are super connected to nature, but there's this toxic pollution being called Hexus. And he seeks to really destroy anything that's natural, and he feeds on the pollution and the negative energy that humans create. And it's up to the fairies to create more seeds of growth to overcome that pollution and to trap it and to transmute it. So there's something about that archetypal story here as well, because the snake, even in this card of the 7 blessings of Eve, talks about transmutation, healing, and transformation as well. So I'm seeing this as like a big part of your purpose here on earth, and that's going to lead to a lot of success. So it says, I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me toward victory. I direct my thoughts toward clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now, and I succeed in my life. So as you free yourself, because they've talked about this twice now in these 2 cards, as you free yourself, you're freeing the collective, because you're connected to that archetypal bloodline, or that archetypal pattern through the bloodline. Yeah. On the bottom we have me. I allow serenity to reign in me. The love I have for myself invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to, honor, and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. So you're fulfilling the needs of your soul. And as you do that, you are birthing a new reality. You're spreading these seeds. You're helping them grow. You're creating just through your presence alone, like just through being here, group number 3. And you're not alone. There's many like you. There's many fractals of your oversoul that have incarnated with you. There's many other starseeds from distant realms and galaxies as well that have chosen to be here as part of this mission. And it's all to do with freedom. Freeing the mind, freeing the consciousness so that it can evolve. So it's no longer being entrapped. Action. You're here to take action, that is for sure. It's not necessarily just a passive process. So it says, my divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest light transforms tests into growth, challenge into opportunity, and fear into love. So a lot of this purpose here that you're embodying group number 3 is about your ability to transmute. I think learning to love yourself is going to be a big part of that. I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weaknesses into strengths. I realize that I'm a being of light, and I allow myself to shine. So you're here to shine really brightly, group 3. So don't hold yourself back when it comes to being successful or being free or creating a reality. If you feel called to a particular area or to share a certain message or to be present in a certain way, this is really important. It's pivotal not only for your own soul's growth, but really more so about what you're doing for the collective humanity and the soul growth that's happening here. I did see 1555 just now on the time, so 5s can be important as well. Repeating 5 sequences are about change. It can also be about taking action to kind of counter any chaos or imbalance that's happening. It can also be about freedom. 5s are very much about freedom. So this is you creating freedom for yourself through action and trusting yourself to be able to know what to do and when to do it. So if you had an idea, I'm seeing that you're meant to pursue that. You're meant to expand, but remain humble. So always remember why you're doing it, because I think there will be some physical human level success here. So, maybe fame, popularity, money, responsibilities that require you to speak to large groups of people or to share a message to a specific niche. Something like that is what I'm seeing. Now, they really want you to focus on the spiritual purpose of this and not get lost in the human trappings, because that's counterproductive. So as you do this job, because this is kind of what it is, but it's like a job it's a job that you signed up for, right? It's not like this job was given to you and you have to obey it and it's like obligatory. No, this was a volunteer mission that you chose to enact because you had these codes and you saw that Earth needed them, and then you're like, well, I'm a service-oriented being. I am connected to everything. I feel the pain of this planet, so I'm going to incarnate there and I'm going to help. I'm going to help to heal, because that's what I do. And that is what you're doing. You're planting these seeds. You're healing the distortions in the roots of the collective unconscious mind. You've chosen serenity, light, and positive energy. And the more you do that on a daily basis, the more successful you will be. So to grow and thrive in this lifetime, group number 3, and in regard to this particular celestial portal that's opening, or this gateway, focus on the love, especially as it relates to yourself, your soul, and that faith within you to create that freedom of expression that you desire to have. I see you opening up and being more assertive and vulnerable at the same time. So it's like being able to have the courage to speak your truth, which is vulnerable, but it's assertive. So that's what I mean by assertive and vulnerable at the same time. And you are bearing a lot of fruit right now. So, send that out. Speak it into the world, or create it into the world. If it's a being, if it's a baby, if it's a child, birth it. If it's an idea, birth it. If it's a new life or new way of being, birth it. Whatever it is, because it's going to create this freedom, and you're going to find peace in your heart from that. And that is going to be one of the major catalyst points or pivot points for humanity to heal the original blood wound. Yeah, they keep bringing you back to like the one of the first races here. You're connected to that bloodline. One of the first races in humanity. So cool. Okay, they're telling me that there's something in the Layla message that I need to read out of the book. I didn't get the Rumi book out, so I'm just going to have to go and find it. So give me one sec. Okay, so I've just kind of been browsing this one. I'm going to hold it up, so if you guys want to pause the video and read some of the message here, you can go ahead and do so. But what I'm actually seeing is more on the second page. They were talking about electronic devices going haywire, systems collapsing, worlds colliding, and great stars are born from the chaos. But the real you will sense none of this. It's being so intoxicated by the love that's within you, the peace that's within you, being able to sit in stillness with yourself and to cultivate this. What was your job supposed to be again? So something about remembering why you came here. What's your divine mission? Being able to speak your truth. They mention that here. Who understands crazy words that fall out of your mouth unchecked by logic or rationality? I do. I know the beloved do. I am under that loving spell. I, like you, have no I anymore. So it's like removing the ego, becoming your higher self. It's very destined for you. You're meant to unite with the great beloved within yourself. I just heard hierogamic union as well, if you guys are familiar with that term. It's like uniting the polarities within you and entering back into that 0 point field of wholeness. Yeah, This oracle brings you a message. You are moving through a period of not knowing, of time in the great void or womb of the Divine Mother. It is in this place the seed can crack open and take root. That's what, yeah, the birth, like, yeah, okay. This cannot happen in the light where all is seen and recognized. It must happen under the cover of darkness where only trust can assure one of success. Success. This is the way of nature, the way of life, and it must be honored. So this is ancient wisdom that you hold at soul level. Don't fear the darkness. Enter it willingly. It is not for you to become lost, but to find your way. In the darkness, this is where your path lies. Do not turn away from it. Let it be. Be with the lack of knowing. When people ask of you so many questions and demand sensible answers to support the notion of reality, do not bow to such unworthiness and fear. Know that their minds may be fearful for your safety and their own, lest your divine madness be contagious, but that their fear is nothing to you, nothing at all. It is not even anything to them, but they just don't know yet. This is like activating the Divine Mother, Goddess. I mean, that's the energy of Eve, right? For that which is true is already seated deep in her womb and is preparing to be born. Wow. Yeah, this oracle brings you guidance. If you find yourself to be sad, to be grieving, whether you know for what or not, or even depressed or struggling, feeling as though you are being pulled down, do not fight. Bear witness instead. Allow what is taking place to take place. Allow what is happening to happen. You shall find a joy in allowing the interplay of darkness and the light to take place according to a greater unfolding rhythm of your own divine growth process. Okay, so I'll hold it up so hopefully you guys can read it if you want to pause and take a closer look. But yeah, this is really just amazing. I mean, both of these decks that I was called to today are by Alana Fairchild. I just noticed that. So maybe there's something about Alana Fairchild, maybe some of her messages. I'm not super familiar with anything else she's done other than these decks that have been sent in by you guys. So thank you for that. It could be like an archetype like that you're meant to embody, actually. I just got that message too. It's like you're meant to be sort of like that type of person where maybe you're creating decks, maybe you're speaking about things, maybe you're doing other spiritual work. But right now you're kind of in the birth canal. You're in the darkness where these seeds are, and you're meant to be planting them. And as you do that, and as you unlock these things within yourself, you're going to be bearing fruit. You're going to come out of that birth canal process and into the actual embodiment phase where you're going to be speaking some serious spiritual truths, group number 3. And people might not understand that, but it's okay, because you could speak like complete gibberish, but there's coding in it. It's coming from your soul. It's coded within the soul. And your expression is just a code of that, or an imprint of that. So people are going to get the message whether they understand it or not. Just simply through your presence. Simply through your presence, you impart knowledge. That's what they just said. It's like you could stand next to someone, not say a word, and they're going to get activation codes from your energy. Really cool. Okay. But if you are called to take action, do so as well, because I think that whatever you're called to do is going to be very successful. Very successful. All right, group number 3, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here in the reading. Don't forget to like the reading if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more readings to come. And if you guys want to dive even deeper and get more personalized messages and one-on-one support, I do have memberships available. There are 2 tiers. If you hit the join button underneath this video, you should see the options there. And there's ad-free pick-a-card readings, monthly guidance, and live streams. So if you guys are interested, check that out. And if you guys are looking to learn to read tarot, oracle cards, expand your psychic awareness, activate your spiritual potential, I also have options to support you in that as well. So I've got courses and classes. We have Tarot 201 happening on January 31st, and we have Unlocking the Magic Within starting on February 14th. So check those out in the description box below. There's links there as well. And stay updated through subscribing here and or on my contact list through my website. It's tarotandbeyond.com. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.